What's going on, all you wild gamers out there? Your two favorite video game enthusiasts are back tonight, and we are here with Level Up with the Cinephellas, and I am joined here by my good mate here, video game enthusiast. He's a huge gamer and a franchise that we've both gotten into since we both got our PlayStation 5s a few years back. And good old Astro has returned. We both got the original PlayStation 5, and it was preloaded with Astro's Playroom. And we both played through it and really loved it. Loved all the, achievements that you can unlock, the different planets that you go through, and just the gameplay itself and the haptic feedback, and really pushes the boundary of the consoles in a lot of different ways. And right off the bat, it kind of showed you what the PlayStation 5 was capable of. Well, the character of Astro is back in an all-new adventure, and this one is called Astro Bot.
That's right, all you wild video game enthusiasts. We're back at it. We talked about the original Astro's Playroom when that came out, probably around 2020, 2021, about 5 years ago when that game came out, when it was, preloaded on the PS5. I remember unboxing that for the first time, plugging it in, and just being drawn into this world that was created with Astro's Playroom. Just a really fun, no stress kind of game. You can play by yourself or with the family, and really falling in the space galaxy and just little bots running around. Great music. The haptic feedback feels like you're really in the video game. And just, fall in love with these characters and all the puzzles and obstacle courses along the way. And here we are, 2025, talking about Astro Bot, the sequel. And it really dives into more exciting and energetic, vibrant levels of color and mechanics and references and nostalgia callbacks to basically a lot of characters from the PlayStation catalog.
Yeah, that's what I really enjoy about this franchise here is it pays love to what's happened in the past for PlayStation. It really highlights all the characters from all the original PlayStation games that have been coming out since the inception of PlayStation. And Astro is a character in himself now, and a character that both of our sons have really taken a liking to, getting to portray this character and really dive in and just have fun and different planets. And like you mentioned, yeah, different levels that you get to and different things that you can find here. You're looking for space parts. Basically, in the beginning of Astro Bot, Space Bully Nebulax attacks the mother and rips out the mothership, and basically an unconscious Astro and the mothership crash land onto this desert planet, and the game kicks off from there. Astro has to go around and find the mothership's core systems that are scattered across the universe. So it sends them to these different planets this time, and each planet is different and has different, things that you go through, different obstacles.
Yeah, there's quite a few different planets in here. Earlier, talking about the mothership and everything, you're going around looking for all the different components, which I said in the last review, this game is incredible for kids learning how to build a PC or computer. Same with, a console itself, all the same kind of components. You got the motherboard, CPU, RAM, graphics card, and stuff like that. You get all these different components. It's really built into this universe and world that really encapsulates that and really brings you in. Kids up into adults is just learning how this all works and how to build one. And I think that's really awesome and interesting and very unique about the game. And Astro Bots, this time around brings you into a lot more planets. We're going out there, flying around. You get introduced to the main place being Crash Site, where you're talking about. That's where you gather all the bots. You have other, stuff you can explore there. But the other ones that show up along the way, Gorilla Nebula, which was one of my favorites. The big gorilla. There's like 16 puzzle pieces you have to get throughout the other planets. And one
Mhm.
thing, you'll go to a planet, it'll open up another inner planet at the same time. So there's a lot to explore.
Yeah, this one had a lot more planets to explore and a lot more exploration in this game. You can tell that they had a lot more time to develop this and add more, even more things than what we had with the first Astro. There's a lot more haptics involved, a lot more vehicles, a lot more of what we expected from the first one, a lot more slides and, all sorts of imaginative levels and things for Astro to do in this. And one of the best parts of this game is going on these missions and like exploring the planet. There's so many interactive plants and other creatures that you come across and interact with. It's really fun and a really great exploration game and something where you can go to each of these planets and every time you go, and you're looking around, you'll find something new that you didn't see before. That's one of the things that I really loved about this game. And just the beautiful animation of this game is really, it's mind blowing, especially in this Astro Bot Part 2 here. They really push the boundaries here, and it's a beautiful looking game. One of the best looking games on PlayStation 5 for sure, and a really, really fun game to play, especially if you're playing with family. Everybody enjoys this game. There's something for everybody, and that's, something I really appreciate about these games. Just the gorgeous graphics and the fun that you have while you're playing with this and exploring and trying to find all those other bots out there and lost galaxy portals and unlockable asteroid planets. There's so much hidden in this game too. This game was definitely longer than the first one.
It definitely was, but once I started playing it, I couldn't stop. I think we ended up playing through everything and got the platinum trophy on this game like within a month. Like we'd played on the
Mhm.
weekends pretty much all day or whatever. But yeah,
Mhm.
we got through it fairly quickly compared to the first game. We knocked that out within a week, so it's definitely a lot longer. A lot more to explore. There's a lot of layers to this game, going to planets and then opening up to secret planets, and there's that secret galaxy too that pops up in this game too that you have to get to eventually. So it just keeps on opening other ones. So there's a
Mhm.
lot to explore, a lot of different cool and interesting bots. Pays homage to a lot of the old characters in video games at PlayStation.
Mhm.
Spider-Man coming to mind, Kratos from God of War, which was totally awesome. That whole planet with Kratos and his son, loved it. And then Nathan Drake, Laura Croft, just a
Yeah.
bunch of characters showing up. I was just like so excited and like clapping when they popped up in the game. So they're definitely love letter to PlayStation since the beginning, since the inception of the company.
Mhm.
25 years later, whatever it's been, all the way to PlayStation 5. So it's a love letter to that, and it's really up the ante from the last game. I think there's definitely was incredible from start to finish. It's a game I would definitely go replay again. And I can see why it was game of the year in 2024 because it's that badass. So that being said, I'm going to give Astrobot, played on PS5, I'm going to give it a 5 out of 5 Miles Morales bot hair pieces.
Ooh. Love all the callbacks to characters. I love the bosses in this one.
Yeah.
Just how huge and massive they are, and your little Astro, and you're having to figure out a way to defeat them, and all the little hidden galaxies and planets in this one. Just when you think you're done, you open up a different whole galaxy to explore. That's something that I really appreciated about this, seeing all the old characters from PlayStation along the way. Parappa the Rappa. I remember that franchise for PlayStation 1 that comes into here. When they show the actual console and you're flying the console, that was really awesome. It's like a spaceship flying through space. There's so much to love in this game. It's so much fun. And, the developers of this game deserve all the kudos and all the awards that they got. And I can see why this was the game of the year. This was terrific game across the board, technical achievement, and a game that I look forward to replaying because I didn't get 100% like old Logan here. So I'm going to have to go back definitely and do some more exploration, and I look forward to doing that. So, that being said, I am going to give Astro Bot a perfect 5 out of 5 Astro hair pieces. Shh.
Easy there, AI hair. But Astro Bot is a masterclass in video games and what developers should be paying attention to, how to make an incredible game for everybody, for new and old fans, people that have been playing PlayStation since the beginning or just picked it up a few weeks ago. It has something for everybody. Lots of clever levels, the experimenting with powers and just the color schemes and animation and music and everything that's incorporated into this is just really amazing.
Mhm.
Amazing game. I can't say any more great things about it. It really is. And Team Asobi has done the unthinkable here, creating this game. And Astro is like a new mascot for PlayStation. I want to see more
Mhm.
games like this. Maybe in the next 4 or 5 years, they'll put out another one. Maybe robots showing up in other PlayStation games out there. So I just think it's a new mascot. It's incredible. It's like the Mario for
You know what
PlayStation.
I'd like to see from the next one?
But
Maybe around PlayStation 6 time, because that'll be within the next, what, 5 years probably.
mhm.
Maybe with PlayStation 6, maybe make it a co-op game, maybe two players.
Yes,
That would be awesome.
I would love to see that too. So if you're listening
Yes,
out there, make it happen. PlayStation 6, because we'll be picking that up and
for
playing the
sure.
hell out of it like we do right now. But anyways, just a really incredible job, start to finish of this game. Even the secret trophies are easy to find. Just got to take the time to find them. And it's a pretty easy game to get a platinum. So any PlayStation, players out there looking to get some platinum trophies, this is a good one. And Astro's Playroom too are pretty easy to get them. Just hang in there, get through it, and you'll get your platinum. Anyways, want to hear from all you video game enthusiasts out there. What did you like about Astro Bot? What didn't you like about it? What's your favorite video game of 2025 thus far? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to hit the beep, 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 subscribe. Also, check out these nerdy uncles on Facebook, X, and Instagram, and our website, Cinephellas.com, for the latest, greatest TV, movie news, and reviews.
I am Astro Bot. He just pops out. Boop. You can
Woo!
imagine. What a fun game. Awesome game to review with you. I look forward to playing this one again. So much to do. Beautiful looking game. The graphics, amazing. Just awesome. The haptics, the way it just feels like it's in your hand is amazing. I couldn't imagine this as a kid, like this being possible with the haptic feedback and everything, but the way that they incorporated that into these games in itself is mind blowing. So I can't wait to see where the hardware heads for the next Astro Bot adventure and what other planets and crazy characters and bosses we'll see in the next one. So with that being said, these boys are going to go level up in another game. You'll have to see and find out which one we'll review next. So thank you for watching our Level Up with the Cinefellas review of Astro Bot. And until the next time, get those PlayStation 5 controllers ready. Let's play some games, shall we? Cheers!
Cheers!